Hello everyone, ready for a new story? Don't forget to subscribe if you like our work, please. Some stories belong to the past. Some are yet to come. Some exist in worlds we can only imagine. Here, every story, from history to fantasy, from reality to the unknown, finds its voice. Welcome to Echoes Beyond Time.
Long before the Fellowship ever reached the gates of Moria, something was already waiting. It did not come from the mountains. It did not come from the mines. And it did not come at Sauron's command. It waited in dark water beneath a lake that should not have existed at all. This is the story of the Watcher in the Water, one of the strangest, most unsettling creatures Tolkien ever placed in Middle-earth, and one he very deliberately refused to explain. When the Fellowship approaches the western gate of Moria, the land already feels wrong. The mountains loom unnaturally close. The air is cold, heavy, and silent. Gandalf hesitates. He senses something, but even he cannot name it. And then there is the lake. A deep, still body of water pressed up against the stone walls of the gate. No streams feed it. No rivers flow out of it. It is stagnant, dark, and unnaturally deep. Tolkien never tells us how long it has been there, only that it feels ancient. Older than the road, older than the gate, older than Moria itself. Boromir is the first to notice movement. Something stirs beneath the surface. Frodo feels watched. And then, without warning, the water erupts. Tentacles burst from the lake, long, pale, many-jointed arms that move with intelligence, not frenzy. They do not strike blindly. They choose. One wraps around Frodo's ankle. Another reaches for the doors. A third blocks escape. This is important. The Watcher does not attack like a beast. It attacks like a thinking thing. The Fellowship fights it off with fire and blades, but even then, the creature does not pursue them into the open. Instead, it does something far more disturbing. It destroys the Doors of Durin, stone that had withstood centuries. Stone enchanted by dwarves and elves together. Stone that even orcs had not broken. The Watcher shatters it from behind. This is the moment most people overlook. Because to destroy the door, the Watcher must understand what the door is. Which raises the question Tolkien never answers. What exactly is the Watcher in the water? Tolkien never names its species. Never assigns it a clear origin. He doesn't even confirm whether it is unique or one of many. All we are given is Gandalf's quiet, chilling admission later. There are older and fouler things than orcs in the deep places of the world. And that single line changes everything. The Watcher is not aligned with Sauron. It is not a servant of Morgoth. It is not even part of the known hierarchies of evil. It is older. One theory suggests the Watcher is connected to the Nameless Things, creatures that gnaw the roots of the world far beneath Moria. When Gandalf falls with the Balrog, he speaks of descending past tunnels and chasms older than the foundations of Middle-earth itself. Places even Sauron does not know. Some believe the Watcher crawled upward from those depths. That the lake outside Moria is not a natural feature, but a wound in the world. A place where something below pressed too close to the surface. Another theory suggests something even stranger. That the Watcher may predate the shaping of Arda entirely. In Tolkien's cosmology, not all things entered the world through the music of the Ainur. Some things came from the void. Some things were never meant to exist within creation at all. Ungoliant is the most famous example, but Tolkien hints that she was not alone. The Watcher shares unsettling similarities. It is associated with darkness, hunger, and isolation. It does not speak, yet it behaves as if it understands language, symbols, and intent. It does not pursue conquest. It guards territory. It watches, and that name, Watcher, is not poetic. It is functional. The creature is never described as sleeping, only waiting. Some readers believe the Watcher was drawn to the doors of Moria specifically because of what lies beyond them. The Balrog, Durin's bane, a being of fire and shadow that had hidden beneath the mountains since the First Age. If so, then the lake outside Moria is not a random dwelling. It is a threshold. a place where something ancient positioned itself near something powerful, as if sensing a convergence. Others believe the Watcher was drawn not to the Balrog, but to the Fellowship. The ring was there, and while the Watcher never reaches for it directly, it reacts immediately when Frodo approaches the water. Its first strike is precise, almost targeted. Yet Tolkien is careful not to make this explicit, because if the Watcher can sense the ring, then it belongs to a category of beings even more disturbing, creatures that perceive power without desiring it. Creatures that respond but do not submit. After the Fellowship escapes into Moria, the Watcher does not follow. This is another crucial detail. It does not chase. It does not rage. It completes its task and withdraws. And when Moria later collapses, when the Balrog falls, when the mountain shakes, when fire and stone tear through the depths, the Watcher survives. Tolkien never describes its death, which means it is still there, waiting beside a ruined gate, in a lake that should not exist, at the edge of a world that keeps forgetting how old some things truly are. The Watcher in the water is terrifying not because of what it does, but because of what it represents. A reminder that Middle-earth is not a closed system, that even the Valar did not map every shadow, that beneath the wars of kings and the struggles of dark lords, there are older layers of reality untouched by victory or defeat. Sauron falls. The ring is destroyed. The age ends. And still in the cold water outside Moria, something watches, not waiting for the world to end, waiting for it to pass by again.
Thank you for watching. Every story leaves an echo, and this one has reached its end. If you enjoyed the journey, give it a like. It truly helps us grow. Tell us in the comments what story you'd like to hear next, from the past, the future, or a world beyond. And don't forget to subscribe, so you never miss the next echo on Echoes Beyond Time.